Hey guys, welcome back to Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd, and today I have with me my good friend Henry Turner.
Hey there, everyone.
Today we're going to review Angel's Envy Rye Cask Strength, the 2023 release. It's been finished in, what were the name of the barrels?
Sartern barrels, so it's a sweet wine out of France.
That's right, it's out of France, so you know it's got to be fancy. Stick around.
Hey everyone, appreciate you having me over here, Justin. I also want to give a big shout out for this particular bottle. Our whiskey community here in Central Arkansas is the best around. And so a gentleman by the name of Mr. Brad Haviland let us borrow this bottle that he picked up from, I believe it was over in Nashville. So we're going to go ahead and review it today. So thank you so much, Brad, and thank you for everybody in the Central Arkansas community who helps us out all the time.
So that's a beautiful pour. That rye is a beautiful color, kind of like a burnt or a dark amber, I would say. And Henry, you're...
Yeah, a little bit of a red hint in there too, possibly. I know the wine finish is not that color, but there's a little bit of red hint in there.
Yep. Well, let's give it a nose and taste it. You know, we were talking off camera. A lot of times I don't like rye, but here in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, it's been like people are in the Central Arkansas Bourbon Group or just, you know, our local bourbon group have been saying, hey man, try this rye. And I like it.
yeah. Look here, we haven't got into it yet, but it's smelling really good from where we're at right now, and I'm really excited. I've tried it before, but I'm going to hold my impressions until you get a chance to try it, Justin.
All right. Well, let's see what we got on the nose. You can get the wine influence, the sweetness.
I'm getting some nice, really medium, nice aged oak on there. A little bit of that rye spice coming off of it as well.
Yeah, but it's not a typical flavored, or it doesn't smell like a typical rye to me, anyway. Oh, there we go. There's a little more of that rye spice, but not bad. It's not like if you're not a rye fan, this one still smells like a rye, but it has a sweetness to it.
Most definitely. I'm waiting for you to give the word because I can't.
Let's go. Have a little hug. This, as we mentioned, it's cask strength. We're at 114 proof.
So for me, when I got into this, I got that nice oak influence off of the barrel up front. Then that Sartern wine really, really showed up. That's something I've seen with some of the 2023 wine finishes is it's a little bit more prominent this year, and it definitely shows up in this bottle. But then you have that nice rye spice on the end. So would say, and definitely I've still got that long finish is sticking with me. It's everywhere in the palate. So
when you said the long finish, I was just sitting there thinking, man, I still taste this.
Yes.
I mean, it does not. It is a long finish.
Yes.
And that might be just because it's cask strength, or maybe it's because of the barrel that it's finished in, that toasted wine barrel. Man, this is really good, and it doesn't have. To me, a lot of times rye is too. It tastes like rye, too powerful, like that herbal, grassy something that I just don't care for usually. But this, I believe, I'm not an expert on this, but it seems like the wine component really plays well with the rye and just kind of calms it all down and makes it a deliverable, approachable whiskey.
And I agree with you. And the one thing that I like on some of these LE releases is this is a well-crafted whiskey. So especially with you coming across and not being a big fan of rye, this one drinks extremely well. I'm pleased with what they have in this bottle.
Me too. I would say on the finish it's a bit dry, but yeah. I think that's from the wine barrel. It's got some heat to it, but I like that. You know, it's not the kind that really just burns all the way down, but it lets you know it's there.
All in all, I approve. And I will tell you the only thing that I disapprove about this is the price on the bottle.
What's MSRP?
$270, $280. So I would say if you're a big fan of Angel's Envy or you're a big rye enthusiast, you might want to go after this, but it's going to be one of those purchases you're going to have to think about if you want to get into it.
So before we exit, we're going to go ahead and give this a rating. We're going to do 1 to 10, 10 being best, 1 being worst. We use the criteria of availability, taste, and value. For me, the availability brings the score down considerably because it's just not in Arkansas. We were gifted this bottle just to borrow, just to do this review, and we certainly appreciate that. On taste, I think I'm at an 8. This one, just the finish is long, it's sweet, it's spicy, it's viscous. It's got all the components of what I think makes a great rye. So in terms of value, that's going to give it a knock as well. I mean, what was the MSRP you said?
$270, $280.
Yeah, $270, $280. Man, it's just the prices on bourbon or whiskey in general are just going up and up and up, and I wish it would slow down. I think overall, I think I'm a 7.5 on this one.
Yeah, and honestly, if I was following your lead on this one, if I went availability, unfortunately, I'd probably put it at a 5 because we're not going to get it in our state, and I appreciate the people in our community to let us borrow this bottle just to sample it and do it for this video. I would definitely say for a finished whiskey or a rye, I'd probably go 8.5. It's one of the better ryes I've ever had, especially with this being the first expression they came out with. But price, unfortunately, it's following the whole market and the trend in the whiskey community of being high. I would put this at a 5. So if I was going to give this overall, I'll probably do like 7. And pretty much in general, but
yeah.
I think it's a really great experience, but it's something that not everybody's going to get to try, but we were lucky enough to do so.
That's right, that's right. Hey, before you leave today, to help us grow, if you don't mind, go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. It's going to help us out a lot, and we certainly appreciate it. Henry, thanks for stopping by. We certainly appreciate the donation from Brad. Brad, thank you so much. He's with...
He actually is with Central Arkansas Bourbon and Banter. He's one of our community members and a great patron of the community. So thank you so much for that, Brad.
Yep. Hey, thanks for sticking around. We'll see you next time.